Talking about Mr. Raman Puneet, Mr. Singh has a training experience of 9 years and 9 months and is currently working as a trainer in IBM. He has worked on projects like securing LAN in an organization website pen test. Mr. Raman has expertise in information securities, Nmap, IBM Cognos, and has strong hands-on experience in server securities, pen testing, and best practices on Bluemix. He is also familiar with Vega, Lineset, and has proficiency in various tools like docs and SQL injection. Today, they would be delivering a session on opportunities and scope of analytics in business development. We welcome you both. Over to you, Shafalima.
Sorry for the disruption, everybody. Due to engagement into multiple activities, there was a disruption in the session.
Okay, thank you, thank you. So good afternoon to one and all. So we'll be taking a dive on into the analytics part. We'll have some hands-on over the business intelligence, that is analytics software, and after that, before that, we'll go for a small PPT. Let me share the screen with all of you. Just a moment so that if I can share the screen. Okay, so I guess my screen is visible to all of you now.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, yes, sir, it is visible.
Right, right. So what we are talking about, since this pandemic is going on, that fighting COVID-19 in India with Cognos, that how analytics is going to help us in fighting with the COVID-19 stuff. So for that part, first of all, I want all of you to go to this link, and you can download this link. You can download the data set from this link, and then I'll let you know how you can make an account over the IBM Cognos Analytics also. So because what I want is since the PPT is going on, you can download the data set from this link side by side. So I hope all of you have noted this link. Let me share this link over the, just hold on for a second, please. Right. So I've already shared this link over the chat window. So you can download the data set from. Okay. So let's move on to the next. That what we want to discuss is all about Cognos. The tools which we are going to use is IBM Cognos Analytics, right? Before diving into IBM Cognos Analytics and hands-on, let's discuss what is business intelligence, why we need it, or why the world needs it, and how it is going to put a great impact onto the various businesses, and what are the different approaches we need to follow, what are the different terms, techniques which are being used into business intelligence. So when we talk about business intelligence, it simply means the intelligence through which we can run our business. So any business, what we can say, what the end of the day it requires profit, right? So how these business intelligence helps out in creating that, going for the profit things and all that stuff. Just because when we talk about, as you can see that into the previous slides that Shafali has mentioned, so there are different information is the gold, right, nowadays. So when we talk about information, all those informations are prevailing in and around us. You can see different social media platforms. You can see different websites. We used to give amount of information. We used to give up the information in abundance over there. We used to give the entire information online, right? We used to put each and everything over the social media platforms, and that information is being fetched out from those social media platforms. I'll give you a small real-time example. You may receive emails, or you might receive emails or phone calls from different organizations to go for the credit cards, to go for the different products, to subscribe to different services. Have you ever thought for once that how come that particular organization got your number or got your email and they are connecting you over them? right? So that is the reason, because you have provided that information. Now, what had happened is they used to take that data and they used to analyze that data. Based on that analysis, they'll bifurcate the data, that this data is used to be go for the calling part, this data is used to go for the emailing part, this data is used to go for this particular marketing strategies and all, and different and so on. So that is how all those data which is being open and which is being provided by the user, even the user didn't even know that we are providing the information. We put our details over the social media platforms, we go to the markets, we go to these fancy malls, we go to the petrol pumps. There might be sometimes you've been undergo there a person like, so ma'am, please fill up this form, there's a lottery system, we are providing such thing, and there are only three things into that particular ticket information, that is your name, your mobile number, and your email ID. That's it, what they want from you. So I can bet that none of you have ever got some kind of a lottery, or nobody of us will ever got that particular kind of a lottery. But since we are providing our information to those persons, and they are putting these information, they are analyzing those information, they are making reports of it, and based on those analysis, they are doing their paths, right? So when we talk about business intelligence, whenever a raw data is being taken up, right, and raw data can be structured, unstructured, right, it can be into any format. Generally there is a large amount of raw data which is around us, right? So that raw data is converted into information, or when it converts into a useful data, we call it an information. Let's take another real example. Into the college, when your class counselors or faculty members ask you to fill up the sheets with your roll number, name, mobile number, email addresses, so they shared a particular format. So some of you might share the entire data into that specific format. Some of you make mistakes while filling those sheets. So they don't, the faculties or the concerned person, they do not send that data without checking to the directly to the management. They just cross check it. They just transform the data. If there is any mistake, they used to rectify them. So what is that? What is they are doing? They are doing the process of ETL, that is extraction, transformation, and loading, right? So what does that means? If you fulfill all the requirement, if you put up all the details into a very correct manner, then that particular sheet or that particular data becomes a rich data, right? So that is a difference, that raw data can be a structured, unstructured data. Sometimes a raw data can be a rich data. That means you do not require to do any kind of operation, and you can directly load it to the data warehouse, right? So there are different databases, data warehouses, repositories present, from which the data is being extracted. Then the extraction, transformation, and loading is being done. The exact amount of data is being extracted, it is being transformed. Now what transformed means? Transformed means the data is being authenticated, selected, and cleaned. I'll give you one example for that. Let's suppose there is a column for gender into the sheet, and some of you might write over there male, some of you might write over there as female, some of you might write over there as M, which is representing male, and some of you might write over there as F, which is representing female, some of you might write FEM or whatever, right? So there are multiple type of a data into the same column. So this is not acceptable. We need to have one exact value which is going to represent one particular column. So that is the reason either it will be go for M for male and it will be go for F for female. That is what you call data cleansing. You are cleaning the data. So all the raw data which is being extracted, transformed, and loaded from different repositories, it is being extracted, transformed, and then it is being loaded to the warehouse for further use. Second, what you can see over this slide is graphical analysis of the data mining. So when we talk about data mining definitely means searching for hidden patterns. So we do have another slide for data mining. I'll explain data mining into that. Graphical analysis again. So why there is a need of business intelligence? The very first question. That is why we need business intelligence to make reports, to analyze the data. Once we analyze the data, we make reports on that data. Now, why we are making reports? We have made reports to take decisions. And why we take decisions? Because decisions are the only backbone of a good decisions are the only the backbone of a business profits. Because any decisions which is being taken into the favor of business definitely leads to the business to the another level. So how come decisions are being taken? They are being taken on the basis of reports. One real-time example again. Let's suppose there is one class who is regularly on mass bunk, right? So the CC or the class counselor or the faculty or the HOD decided, let's suspend this class for 2 days. Now, how come that decisions took into the place? How that decision comes into the picture? It's because there is a faculty who makes a report that this particular class is not being attending, the students are not attending this class for past 15 days or anything, any reason can be there. He had just submit the report. Based on that report, the decision has been taken. Any policy, any strategy which is being implemented into any in corporations, institutions, educational organizations, anywhere into corporate world, they are the result of those decisions and those reports and analysis, right? So based on those, let's say we have talked about the topic. What I have chosen is the fighting COVID-19 in India. So when you say that lockdown 1.0, 2.1.0, 2.0, 3. What all those lockdowns which are being implemented, how these lockdowns being implemented? These lockdowns are being implemented after analyzing the reports, after analyzing the different data from worldwide or from different states of India. Then only basis of that analysis that the decisions has been taken by the Indian government. So using business intelligence, it is better to take decisions. Graphical analysis is there. That is, it is easier to understand the things for us. We can predict the things, customer behavior we can predict, we can improve the strategies, opportunities, we can create opportunities. How we can predict the customer behavior? We can analyze. Let's suppose, I'll take another example. Okay, there is a big bazaar into a particular location, and there is another big bazaar which is like around 10 to 15 kilometers away from that particular big bazaar. So we have big bazaar 1 and big bazaar 2. So how we can analyze? We can let's say that monthly report of big bazaar 1 is being submitted, and by studying that report we can analyze the sales of that big bazaar 1. That into big bazaar 1 the sales of perfumes are more, that perfumes are being sold out more on an average, more than an average, if when it comes in terms of any other big bazaar store. So definitely we can analyze that the customer behavior for that big bazaar, that is for big bazaar 1, customers are more preferring to buy perfumes. So we can have a lot of perfume stock which is used to send to that big bazaar 1 so that it can increase our sales. So this is how we can improve the strategies, we can predict the customer behavior and all that stuff. So let's move on to the next, that why we need this world business intelligence and why the world needs it. I have already explained to you, and what is all about. Let's more go into it. Now, what is the scope? There are a lot of scope for analytics nowadays because every organization wants to grow up, to increase the parameter, to increase the area, right? So the profits, they want the profits, they want to increase in size and all. So analysts are the only persons. So whenever you are creating profit, if you are the person who are responsible for giving profits to the company, definitely you are the ones who will be highly paid for that particular thing, right? So you have business intelligence analysts, we have developers, master data services, administrators, managers, project managers. That is different roles. In case of BI, you have. So analytics have a lot of opportunity when it comes to the career path. Now the question arises, why BI? Why we need it? Why there is a thing? Why there is should be a business intelligence person analyst? See, any person in a company who knows that if something wrong had happened, why it has happened, and if he knows that it can be changed and how we can change it, then that person is one of the most important asset for that organization. So the business analyst is a person who knows this thing. Let's suppose the sales of a big bazaar one goes down. You know that the sales goes down, it happened. You create a report, right? Then you analyze the report. You present that report in front of your executives and managers. You know what has happened. You know why did it happen. Now you want that the next thing should be, this thing should be happened. Now you want the sales. I'm getting one request. Is this, I guess it's okay. So now we are getting, let's say something wrong had happened, we can rectify this. Now what we want the good things to be happen, and we know the way also. So these are the things which are being controlled by a business intelligence analyst or a person. So when such things is being controlled by some person into an organization, he is one of the most important asset of those organizations. He knows the decreasing of the sales. If he knows that if there is a shortage of a products into that particular data warehouse or a big bazaar or Reliance, any one we can say. So he can just fulfill by just giving the reports that this particular product needs to be delivered by this date at that particular time, each and everything. So let's move on to the data mining now. I guess, I hope all of you have, so all of you have downloaded these data sets. All of you have downloaded this data set. Okay, just give me a wait for a second. I'll just share that link with you for IBM Cognos also. You can make an account over IBM Cognos Analytics. So, okay.
So students have downloaded the data.
Okay. Thank you. I'll just share that link also where they can make an account for IBM Cognos Analytics. Just give me a second, please. Okay, I'll just okay, fine. So I'll share the screen with you and I'll let you know how you can download this data. Okay, you can simply go to the google.com and there you can type down IBM Cognos, and there you can see that IBM Cognos Analytics, this particular link, Cognos Analytics Overview India. You need to click on this, then you need to sign in. I guess all of you are doing side by side. Any one can acknowledge, it would be a great. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So just click on sign in and you need to create an IBM ID. If you have one, you can sign in with that. Otherwise, just click on create an IBM ID. Fill up your, yes, please.
So sorry that I'm interrupting you. Can it be done on mobile phone?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So simply put your email, the first name, last name, and password, whatever you want to go for, and you can click on next. Let me, I have already have an account. So when you have any additional information, you can choose any of the data center. Let's say for Sydney data center, you can opt for into additional information. and then you can verify the email. You will receive a code onto your email, and you need to submit that code onto that mail. You need to submit that code over here, and once you submit that code, you can create your own account. The moment you create your own account, you will be redirected to a page somewhat like this. You need to click on launch. When you launch this, you will be redirected to this IBM Cognos Analytics window. So side by side, you can go with it. In a meanwhile, let's complete the PPT. Then we'll move on to the hands-on of this thing. You can simply go for this. You can create an account side by side. Okay, now let's move on to the PPT part. So if you have any query regarding this, you can just let me know. So because this is the last PPT what we are going to discuss. After that, we are going to go for the practical part. That is, these are the practical snapshots I have already taken. So we'll do the practical of these things. So when we move on to this slide, we have talked about data mining, that is searching for hidden patterns. Now, data mining simply means how to extract a particular type of a data from a huge database. As you can see, there is an graphical presentation of a data mining architecture. Might be it is possible that you might not understand that what it is, how it is working, and what is the working mechanism behind this. But once I'll give you the live real-time example, you will actually understand this into very shortly or a very good manner. Let's say, okay, almost all of us nowadays used to go for e-commerce websites. We used to shop online many times, right? Let's take an example of Amazon.com. When I used to visit Amazon.com, I used to search for different number of things over there. Let's suppose I search for a mobile phone, and I search, let's say, mobile phone under 20,000 bucks. I have write down mobile phone under 20,000. The moment I have write down that mobile phone under 20,000, what it is going to happen? You can see the user interface here. This is the query where you have written that, this is a place where you have written the query mobile phone under 20,000. Now that pattern will be evaluated, that whatever pattern you have put down into the query box, that pattern will be evaluated. Based on that pattern, the result will be shown to you. So definitely, I am not the only one in the entire world who put up that pattern, that mobile phone under 20,000. Before me, there might be many persons. Definitely, there would be many persons who have already. There would be many person or individuals who have already put this pattern of mobile phone under 20,000. So whenever the frequent pattern is there, it is being stored into the knowledge base. So if there is any frequent pattern, I'll get the result from the knowledge base which is being fetched, right? I hope you understood. Now next, let's suppose, again, let's take another example. Because pattern is being evaluated, the outputs being fetched from the knowledge base. The moment you write mobile phone under 20,000, you get all the pictures, you get all the details of a mobile phone. Side into the left side you got the pictures, into the right side you get the specifications and details, each and everything. And this is what data cleaning over there, because the data is being cleaned, because at the time, at the place of mobile pictures, you saw the specific model of that particular mobile picture, right? At the right hand side, on the right hand side, you have seen that all those information related to that particular model only. It is not hodgepodge that you are seeing. Let's say you are seeing the picture of Motorola mobile phone and you see the specification of a Samsung mobile phone. No, it's not like that. Or you are seeing the picture of Apple iPhone, and on the other side you are seeing the specification of a Nokia. right? It's not there because the data is being cleaned over there. Pattern based evaluated, you get the desired result because it is being fetched from the knowledge base only. But what if I want to make a query which is rare enough? Let's say I want to type down, let's say I type down mobile phone above 3 lakhs or above 2 lakhs. If I'm going to type down mobile phones above 2 lakh, then or 5 lakh or 10 lakh, definitely this particular type of query is not being frequently searched or is not being even searched for once even. So in that case, when the query is not being frequently searched, pattern evaluation, you put up the query over the user interface, the pattern will be evaluated. It goes to the knowledge base says no, because I don't have anything related to this, I can't provide you. Then the pattern evaluation, the query went down to the data mining engine. It will ask the data mining engine, do you have something, are you known to this? It will ask the data warehouse server from where the data is being fetched up. It will ask the server, is there anything which is related to this query on the server? If there is anything which is related to that particular query on the server will respond and you will get your results. But what if even the server doesn't have the result with them? When the server doesn't have the result with them, it will ask to wait, and it will ask the different repositories like database, data warehouse, world wide web, and different repositories from where the data is being collected, the raw data is being collected. Then the ETL process here, data cleansing, selection, and integration, ETL process is being done, that is extraction, transformation, and then loading. Then it is being loaded. So it will extract the particular type of a data, that is mobile phone above 2 lakhs or 5 lakhs. Then it will clean the data. Then it will automatically load the data to the data warehouse server, and it will send that data to the customer. And within seconds, we'll get our results. That is how the data mining architecture works on. This is the insight of a data mining architecture. You type down the things and you get the results with a blink of eyes, within seconds. And behind the screen, this is the thing which is actually happening. So I hope all of you have signed up and sign in for the IBM Cognos Analytics account, and you were there onto this window. So once you are onto this window and you have already downloaded the data set, so we'll start with the practical part. So what we are talking about today is practical. We have state-wise confirmed cases, cured, and death. Although this data set is not the current data set, it is of approximately, I guess, April or something related to that. State-wise, total sample negative and positive cases. Some rural hospitals and urban hospitals state-wise, and cases based on age. Do we have the case? So I'll just give you a snapshot that how the data can be seen over how we can analyze the data. This is the first snapshot. So we can have the details along with the graphical presentation also. If we can see this graphical presentation, we can also see the details, like the sum of the confirmed for all values and so, that we have confirmed cases are so and so, we have confirmed range so and so. So you can see that Maharashtra, the dot which is onto the higher scale, it is just for Maharashtra, because Maharashtra has the maximum number of cases, right? So we can also have the details. Why the details are necessary? Because whenever you are creating the presentation, you should have enough content with you to speak on while giving that presentation. So IBM Cognos Analytics not only provide you the graphical interface, but also gives the insights of that particular of that particular graphical interface, right? So that you can act, and also it will do some of the calculations for you even if you won't, even if you are not putting anything for that calculations, let's suppose that number of cured and deaths are there into this graph. So if I am going to see the detail of this, it will automatically share the ratio that out of 100%, the death percentage is so and so, the cured percentage is so and so. So these are the type of additional information which IBM Cognos Analytics is used to share. We can have these information also. So this is another snapshot. Now this is another, the negative and the positive cases by state. Then we have the confirmed cases. Will do the practicals of these things. Then we have this graphical interface. This is about the age group. Like for example, it shows that persons from 0 to 9, we have 22 cases, or the 22% of the cases. Then we have 10 to 19, we have 27. So on and on. The number of positive cases for a particular state or any particular, let's say, union territory or the entire India. So we can differentiate between things on to that. Then last snapshot we have the snapshot of state and union territory, that number of hospitals which are being provided into the rural areas and the urban areas. So number of urban hospitals and rural hospitals. So what the color identifies, this color is for the whole India. Now then we have the state-wise distribution of the number of rural and urban hospitals. Even if we want the values to be present to shown over the graphical analysis, we can show the values also. Now a lot of talking is there. Now let's move on to the hands-on session. I hope all of you have downloaded the Cognos data set, and all of you have done sign in with the Cognos analytics window, and you have reached to this particular screen. Anyone can, if anyone can confirm so that I can proceed further.
Yes, sir, they have done.
Okay, perfectly fine. So what we can, let's have a brief introduction over this environment. We have a lot of things over here like home, my content, team content, and all that. So definitely my content refers to whatever the reports you are making over here, that will be your content. Team content refers to the samples which are present into that. The data sets which are being sample data sets or default data sets which are being present. You can see the different team contents. Let's suppose I'll go to the team contents. There are different, you can go for the, let's say, samples. So these are the different or inbuilt data sets which are being present over there. So there is a button called new. I simply click on new. Then we have different types of options over here, like upload files. Instead of using our own data set, instead of using the existing data set, I can use my own data set. So what you can do is, all of you need to do is, you can click on new and you can click on upload files. All of you can click on upload files in that case, because I have already embedded that data set. Let me do it for you once again. Just hold on. I'll just go for this. Okay. I'll download the dataset once again. So I have downloaded this dataset, and let me show you how to upload this. Okay, fine. So I'll share the screen once again. So screen is visible now. Okay, fine. So what you need to do is click on new, click on upload files. Then you have COVID-19 dataset. You can extract that dataset, and you have these things with you: age group details, COVID-19 India, hospital beds, ICMRT testings, individual details, population, and state-wise. What you can do is, you can simply either you can select all these things at once, or if you want to go for any selective, you can select this particular thing also. You can select a number of CSV file. If I want to upload all these things, I click on them and I click on open. and it will start uploading. Let's wait since the file are being uploaded successfully. So all these 3 files are being successfully uploaded, right? So you need to upload these files. After uploading, you need to click on new and you need to click on data module. Why data module? Because we need to generate those files into a single file, right? Let's say I'll click on data module. So there are number of files which I have just uploaded, and you can see that like all those files which I have uploaded, I can see those files over here. Let's suppose any files I can just click on. Let's say individual details, ICMRT ratings, hospital beds, then I have let's say age group details, let me see that what are the files we have. So we have COVID-19 CSV, age group, hospital CSV, right? So let me select all this. We have COVID-19 CSV, we have age group CSV, then we have hospital ICMRT individuals, right? Let's select this. Individuals, ICMRT and hospital beds, 3, 4, 5 are being selected. And then we have state-wise testing details. Let's say, where are the state-wise? These are the. So the moment I click on this, select all these things, you can click on OK. So it will generate a data module for you for all those 6 files. See, now the data modules is being generated for all these 6 files. Individual details, ICMRT testing labs, hospital, age group, or what you can do is you can directly upload it the zip format also, right? So now what we need to do is we need to save this data module with a name so that we can make this data module to work. I'll click on this save and I click on save as, because now it is named as new data module. I go to my particular folder name. I'll save this as new COVID. Already have my data set with the COVID-19. So I have saved this new COVID-19 and I save this over there. I want all of you to save this particular data set. Yes, anyone can acknowledge if you have saved this data set. Anyone can acknowledge over the chat window, or anyone can acknowledge, please.
So students are a bit confused.
Okay, so let me do it once again. So what you need to do is click on plus, click on data. All of you have uploaded the files, right? And you after uploading the files, click on data module, select the files, whatever you have uploaded. After selecting the files, you need to click on OK. Let me show you once again. Click on plus. I hope all of you have uploaded the files. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. After that, just click on data module. The moment you click on data module, you have all the files which you have uploaded over there. You can select multiple files by pressing Control key from your keyboard. Just simple click on this particular file, then press Control key and select all the other files. The moment you select all the files, then you simply need to click on OK. That's it. Kindly do this, please. Select multiple files, or you can upload this. You can select directly, go for this thing. I guess, okay. So you click on data module, you select number of files like age group. Then you have clicked on another CSV, let's say COVID-19. Just press Control key and click so that the multiple selections can be there. Like this. See, this is also selected, this is also selected. Multiple, after doing multiple selections, click on OK. You need to click all the, let me show you the files you need to select. These are the files you need to select. Age group details, COVID-19, hospital beds, ICMRT testing, individual details, population and state-wise. Select all these files and simply click on OK. That's it. I hope.
Yes, sir. Now it is clear to the students. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So you will reach over here, right? And from here, you simply need to click on Save As, and you can, whatever name you want to give to your file, you can give it. Or what you can do, you can create a new folder of your name. Like say you have created just, let's say, Lloyd, and inside this folder you can simply save this. So I have Lloyd folder. Inside this Lloyd folder you can save this. The data module will be saved into that particular folder. Since now the data is being saved, I hope everyone is being saved with the data so that we can start with the practical. Because until or unless you don't have your data module with you, you don't have the data set on which you need to work on. So how will you make the report, right? Okay. So let's move on to the next. Click on plus and then click on exploration. Click on plus after saving your data module with a name, right? Remember the location where you have saved your data module. So after that, click on plus, click on exploration. It will ask you to add your data source. So I'll add my data source because it is into, I have saved into my name, that is Raman Singh, or also I have made another with the name of, I guess, Lloyd. So this is new COVID-19. I select this and I add this to the exploration. All of you kindly acknowledge once you are added this thing so that we can continue the practical now. Click on plus, go to exploration, add the data source which you have uploaded, which you have saved by your the name. You have that made data module.
Sir?
Yes?
There's this question from the student that he's getting only two options, select table and discover related tables. So which option to select?
Actually, the thing is that you can go for select tables, but that particular student has uploaded the zip format. I told to upload all the files single files, so that there should not be an option of selecting tables and other things.
Okay.
Right. So I guess all of you have saved your data with the data module, and all of you have added that data module into exploration. What you need to do is simply click on plus, go to exploration. You'll ask about the data set. You need to navigate to the folder where you have saved that particular data set and click on this, and you can add that data set. I have already added. So you will be redirected to this window. Now let's move on to next. You can see these are the sources. The moment you click on sources, it will show you that particular data set which you have uploaded. Right? Now, there is a new card. I guess we can start with the practical now. All of you are done till this. Yes. Yes, please.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Great. So we do have all these data sets on the left hand side, the sources part. We are here onto the exploration. We'll click on this sources. We do have the sources with us. We can click on a single new card. Click on new card, click on single. So the moment we click on single, it will ask us to choose a visualization type. Let's see, I'll choose a type, and then I have a number of visualizations with me. It can be a bar, column, heat map, word cloud, packed bubble. So as we have seen different all these visualizations into the snapshots also. So let's say I want to go for a bar field. I opted a bar field. It will load it up. So then we have the fields, that the require fields with us. Let's suppose, as we can see into the snapshot, we have taken up the confirmed by state and union territories. That is the confirmed cases by state and union territories. How this graph came into existence? We have the state-wise testing details. We just, okay. And we have some individual details also. No, we don't want. Let's say COVID-19 details. Okay. We have confirmed and deaths and cured. Let's say go for the confirmed state-wise details. What you need to do is simply you need to expand, click on this angle button, click on expand. You expand this thing, you can see a union territory over there. You can simply drag this union territory to the bar column and just it will be there. Right? See, this is the graph we want. So either you can put it over here or you can put it over into the length. Let's say, let's put it into the length now. So I'll just put the confirmed cases over here and I'll put the state and union territory details into the length. Now when the mandatory fields are being filled up, it will automatically generate a graph. So this is something which I don't want because we have taken a bar. So let's say we'll go for suggestions because this is something which is not looks good to us. So we can go for, we can change the visualization also. Let's go for this visualization. So we can have different visualizations. We have state and union territory over here and we have confirmed over here. We can change the, let's say, values. Let me change the values once again. Let's go for something else. I'll go for okay. Total positive cases. Now, see. So I go for the total positive cases and all. So we have the states with us over here, and then we have the total positive, the sum of the total positive cases with us. So this is how you can achieve the visualization. Even if you want to go for the details part, you can click on that. It will automatically fetch the detail. The value of positive is unusually high when state is Maharashtra. Right? The sum of positive values and so, the sum of positive range is so and so. We can go to the properties. If I want the values to be shown over here, I can click on show values. So I can even see the values on the visualizations also. And if I don't want, I can simply off it up. These are the fields. I hope all of you have understood this first practical. What you have done, you have taken a single card, that is a new single card. Then from a state-wise testing details, I have dragged the state to the x-axis and drag the positive to the y-axis because I want the positive cases. Same way, what we can do, we can have the positive and negative cases, both the cases we can identify. Let's suppose I take a new card. I opt for a visualization, let's say column. Now, I have just dragged this total samples over here. And then I have the negative here. Or I can have the positive here. So we can just go with the negative and the positive cases also. Just give me a part so that we can see the visualization part. So all of you are done with this first practical. Can I have the confirmation from anyone? It's being loaded, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Yes, all of you are done with this first practical, right? Okay, fine. So let's go with the next one. We click on a new card. Now let's say we have go for the deaths and cured by union territory and states, right? So let's go to this. We'll go for a visualization. Let's go for bar visualization now. So we'll go for number of deaths. Okay. So, okay, fine. So we'll simply drag this thing to here. We'll drag this cured and deaths to the length. Now I can drag the death also. So we do have different, now you can see that we can have the same graph, that is the number of cured cases and number of death cases state wise and union territory wise. We can see the properties, we can go for the values over here, then these are the values. So if we don't want to go for the values, simply of this, we can see that whether, so that see the details are being already generated by the tool. We need not to go with the data set, we need not to fetch the details. The details will already be generated by the analytics tool, and we can actually put these details for the presentation. So Kerala is the most frequent occurring category with a count of 163 items, 4.1%. The average of cured for all values is so and so. The total number of results for cured is so and so. The sum of cured range is so and so. Then we can have the deaths also. The total number of results for the deaths for the value is so and so. So all these details which are being generated, they will be generated on the basis of the entire data set which we have uploaded to the tool. So it is very necessary to work on your data set, because until or unless your data set is not right, you will not get the desired results and the reports. I hope the things are being cleared.
Yes, sir.
Perfectly fine. So we'll go for another practical. Let's take a new, go to single, take a new card. Let's take a word cloud. I hope all of you have seen a word cloud nowadays. So word cloud, like different presentations of a word cloud is being there. Let's say I'll go for age groups. So total cases and percentage. Okay, let me drag this. So let's say go for the total cases here. So this is the total cases and the percentage based on the size. Even we can change it to a packed bubble card. Let's say let's change it to the bubble visualization. Now you can see this. So the maximum number of total cases 10 to 19, 27, 60 to 69 is 89, 20 to 29 is 172, and 30 to 39 is 146. So which is the age which is mostly affected by this epidemic? Sorry, the age is of 20 to 29 where we have maximum number of cases, right? So these are the different presentations you can go on. You can make these presentations. You can decide, you can take decisions based on these presentations which are actually good for the business. Click on details. We don't have any details for that because it is the packed bubble group. We hardly fetch details on this. Generally you have details for visualizations like bar, column and other ones. So this is one of the, again, a practical, you can perform this. So the age group is being colored by the total cases. The lighter the colored, the lesser the impact. The darker the colored is, the greater the impact. As you can see, we have made this chart. I have just changed something. I have made this bubble chart over here, and I have made this chart for state number of rural hospitals. Let's make this chart again. All of you are done till this?
Yes, sir.
So we have different visualizations. We have see this visualization first of all, then we have got to this visualization, then we have this colored visualization. Let's move on to the next one. There will be the last visualization for today's session. We'll click on single. Let's go to the visualization part. Let me click on, I can have a tree map. Okay, yes, there it is. Let's click on tree map. So you'll have a tree map with us. So this is the tree map. What we want the hospital beds. So the number of rural and urban hospitals. Let's say this is the number of urban hospitals. Let me drag this over here. Then we have the number of rural hospitals. This is the one, I guess. Yes. So I'll drag this. No, okay, wait. Number of rural. Yes. I'll drag this over here. Right. Now let's take the union territory, or let's say, let's drag the number of hierarchies over here. I'll drag, let me drag this. This is rural, I guess. Yes. It will be dragged. Just wait a second. I guess the server is a bit slow. Yes. Right. Let's drag this. number of rural hospitals. Then we move on to number of urban hospitals. I'll drag this now. Now I'll drag state and union territory. No, I want to drag, yes, over here. Now the tree map will be generated for this. Now you can see that we have the color tree map because we have shown the values for the number of rural hospitals and urban hospitals also. So we can go to the details. The total number of results for all the values is so and so. Let's go to the properties. I guess these are not available. Now this is how we can see this map. So this is the graph. This is how the graphs are being generated. We can have the different values for different states. I hope all of you are done till this now. If
yes, sir.
Okay, so I guess whether the server is a bit slow or not, because it's still responding a bit. Now it's okay. Okay, so let's back to the PPT. So these are the various things you can make a snap. You can create reports, because we have just explored only one thing. That is, we have talked about exploration. That's it. We do have dashboards and we have the reporting part also. Now, when we talk about dashboards and reporting, that dashboard simply means where you have the collection of different visualizations and reports which are being connected. Let me give you an example of dashboard. So I'll just give you an example of dashboard, that what I hope all of you have understood what is a dashboard. So this type of things can be made over the Cognos. You can use different visualizations and you can sum up over a single window, that is a dashboard. So when you are working on your final projects, then you will be then the faculties or the IBM SMEs working with you, they'll just create these dashboards as a major project. You'll be able to create such dashboards using, let me open one this. These are the different things. You can see there's a column graph, line graph, then you have the gauge graph. So these all things that can be made, different dashboards can be created using Cognos Analytics tool. So explorations, we create things, graphs into exploration. Then from exploration, we'll move those things to the dashboards and the reports. I hope you have done the hands-on to the tool. The more you practice on the tool, definitely then you will be able to create reports and exploration more properly.